Hello and welcome to That British Homestead. Today I've had such a disaster. I went to get this camera out and I'm like, no, I left the battery at home. So I rang my partner and I was like, I've left the battery at home, you're gonna have to come bring it down. So he's brought that down and then I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have a SIM card, I don't have a memory card even. Oh, interesting stuff. Anyway, so I'm now here down the allotment and I have absolutely tons to get in the ground, so let's get started. But do you know what I've forgotten? I've forgotten my stand for you, so I'm going to go get that and I'll be back in a minute. So we're going to start off planting out even some of these musk melons. These are called honey boat. This is for Jasmine, she loves melons, so let's get started. I'm going to start off in the far corner with my trusty hory knife. These are very good. Whoops. I have really well watered this soil. There we go. And push it in. So they can be about a foot apart. A bit extra is always good. And what I'm going to use for fertiliser, this is organic chicken fertiliser. Just put that round, got a bit in my hand, make a little hole, put a bit of that in, grab these, the soil here is all no dig, so it's really easy to kind of move about. But a little bit more of this stuff starts to stink around the bottom. It looks great. Then just a bit over a foot, maybe 18 inches. I'm going to be growing these vertically. You need to space them out more if they're not vertically grown, as you can see. Which needs a little bit of space, maybe some peppers, which will be exciting, won't it? These got to be really well watered in. It gets very dry in the greenhouse. There we go. So there's a little mole hole just there. So I'm going to go ahead and put my mole stuff in it. This is mole scattering grains, doesn't hurt them, but it does repel them. It doesn't taste good. So just put some down like that. Lovely. We just don't want them to get too comfortable in here. So here I'm just going to go ahead and planting out some of these tomatoes. As I always say, always label everything unless you forget. So I've obviously forgotten, no idea. I've obviously put these out thinking, yep, I'm going to definitely remember what these are. And look, no idea. But I'm going to put them in and hope for the best. I'm going to come back and top dress all of these plants with some fertiliser, so I'm not going to bother doing that one. This fertiliser makes it so that there's a strong growth initially, and that's what we want with tomato plants. As you can see, this tomato plant here, it's got 2 in there. I'm just going to go ahead and wiggle them apart, just like how you would 2 necklaces. So he goes in, firming him down, and then he comes with me. This is a volunteer, no idea what tomato that is, probably a hybrid, something I grew last year. I love a hybrid, I love a volunteer, because then I don't have to do anything with it. Oh, did forget to put the horse manure on that one. On that one. Onward and upwards. I love tomatoes. Tomatoes is probably one of my most important harvests at all, like ever. So it's really important that we have a really good start for these bad boys. Tons of poppies volunteering. So, as you can see, can you see? Okay, I'm going to use this one. I'm just using the strongest ones as I've got so many tomato plants. Oh, what did I forget again? There we go. I had so many tomatoes last year, it was fantastic. What is this? Don't know what that is, so that's gone. I'm getting some volunteer tomatoes here as well. Right, just wiggling the hoary knife back and forth. As you can see, really loose soil. Handful of chicken manure. Okay. This one is here. Apparently bindweed takes about 2 years to get rid of. So this is my second year. I'm hoping that I make a really big impact in it. There's already less. I don't know who needs to hear that, but bindweed is a horrible problem, but a conquerable problem, which is exciting. Haha. Let's see what that says. I think I found a label. Chinese cabbage, apparently. Probably not the right label. Now, I have to say this ground is already very softening up. Second year no digging, which is quite exciting. The ground is very crumbly though, very dry. We've had a drought at the moment. There we go. Go get another tomatoes. A few more left to go, so I'm just going to set these bad boys out. Right, these are my guaranteed large tomatoes. So, see where we find a hole and stick it in. There's one there. Oh, there's a huge spider. There's another one there. And where the flowers have disappeared, I'm going to go ahead and stick in some flowers as well, I think. Flowers and tomatoes as well. Yeah, this is looking good. So this tomato is a cow heart. If you've never seen a cow, a heart or a tomato before, they look exactly the same as a cow heart. As in they do not at all. So a handful of that. This is a very tiny one. These ones were started later because I lost a load of my tomatoes being silly and forgetting to water them properly. So I kind of overdid them once I lost some. But this horse manure has broken down beautifully because underneath all of these no dig beds I've covered them in manure. This one is called Chocolate Stripe. This is a great tomato. I wouldn't say it looks like a chocolate stripe, I'd say it looks like a stripy tomato, but it's not really brown, it's red. So cover it up with water retention. Ooh. Oh my goodness, look. There's actually a volunteer tomato there. I'm going to leave that bad boy. The volunteers are probably better than what I can plant anyway. Does mean I have literally no idea what that bad boy is. Just, this one is called a rainbow. They're gorgeous. They're huge tomatoes like this. Beefsteak, and they are a rainbow, red, yellow and orange. It's a very beautiful tomato. So, there we go. This is old steak from last year. Not beefsteak, sadly. Oh, just a normal steak. We've got a thistle. That is from the horse manure. The horse manure produced so many thistles. Some beautiful bindweed, which, do you know, my favourite stuff in the world. Hopefully, this year's my year. It will be gone. Next year or the year after, I guarantee it's going to be gone. I feel very positive at the moment. come back in a week or so and I'll probably be crying saying bindweed. Blue Beauty, this is a blue variety, beefsteak tomato, beautiful. This one is called Black Crim, my favourite tomato, or one of them. It is a dark tomato, large slicer, and it is purple on top and red at the bottom. It is breathtaking. Look, missed. Okay, we've got so many volunteer tomatoes around here. Bindweed, pull it out. You can notice that even with the plastic, you get a load of weeds. Dig, 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 dig. This one is called Black Pear. It is a cherry variety. It's lovely. I love having a variety. I want to have a very colourful, beautiful, unique harvesting basket. That's what I do this for. I can't believe I got all my tomatoes out already. It's very exciting. We'll be saving seeds for all my tomatoes this year as well, which is very, very, very exciting. Which means if you haven't done already, remember to subscribe, because we're going to be doing a whole host of stuff this year. For sustainable gardening. This one, oh my goodness, is my favourite. This is a Stamped Rosa. Oh, beautiful, this one. It is a green tomato, red on the inside. If Christmas was a tomato, this would be it. Last one. This one doesn't have a label, but it is a nice tomato, so in it goes. Wow, isn't it ridiculous that at May, I've got all of my tomatoes in. This is the last day of May, to be fair. It's June tomorrow, so it's amazing that I've got all my tomatoes in. I'm so happy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of this I'm going to go ahead and fertilise all of these bad boys, so you go ahead and enjoy the time lapse, alright? I'm going to put in my headphones and listen to a nice audio book. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is plant out these celeries. These are red celery. As all British people know, this is everything we always have, like all the time. And if you're British, you're watching this and you're thinking, I've never heard of red celery, nor did I, but that's how an American seed company was advertising this. Everybody knows you have this in your front garden, back garden, everywhere. So I thought I'd give it a try. I've tried pink celery last year, loved it, or maybe the year before, got absolutely tons of it. And if you chop it down to the ground, it regrows, which is pretty cool, I know. So I thought that I'd go ahead and plant these out. These are going to be about a foot apart, so see how many we can get in. So as you can see, there's a little start there. They're a bit red. They variegate more in the sun, so let's get them out into the world. And most importantly, let's see if rabbits eat them. Start on the far side, I think. Got to be careful about where I've planted. So this bed here is horse manure. It's no dig bed. I'm going to use my hory knife to measure about a foot. I always go for a little over a foot if I can, because I think, well, if it says a foot and you do a little bit over a foot, that's not going to hurt. Oh Jesus, a big spider just came off near my hand. stung my hand pretty good. So another one of these. Might take a couple out. 3 of them, that's 3 foot of plants. So I just dig a little hole, like so. Dig a little hole, it's really dry at the back here. Stick it in. Chickens are being really loud. Dig a little hole. Pop it in. And dig a little hole. Take the best ones. I use these for chicken stock. They do make it look a little bit grim though. Okay. That needs a bit bigger, I think. There we go. Now all of this needs to be really well watered in, I think. That's my next job. Another thing I need to do is harvest these beautiful radishes. Look at them. They're winter radishes. Have a little look and de-weed. Not a bad size one. Oh, this one's huge. Look at that. Last year I got them so big, they were ridiculously huge. Ah, last one. Oh. There we go. Look at that. Looking great. So I do need to do a bit of weeding down here. It feels like weeding is non-stop this time of year. Right, let's go do some watering then, shall we? So, another strawberry bed. We'll start at the bottom. Oh. This needs a lot of watering, I think. I've just pulled these out today. It's so funny having to weed strawberries. At least I've got enough in case anything happens to these. Got absolutely tons of them. Started off with about 10 plants. These are Cambridge favourites, and I swear they breed more than rabbits. It's ridiculous. I've got about 2 more of these strawberry planters to do. Big ones like this, or little ones like this, and then I'm done, hopefully. I'm going to put some down by the other patch down there as well, strawberries. We love strawberries. Grow what you love, and I definitely love strawberries. Who doesn't? It is grim putting your hands in there. Some of it's really disgusting. Just pushing in the compost and just pushing in the strawberry. That's like literally how much technicality it has. That's be easy if I'm doing it. I've like pushed down the substrate as hard as possible. Hopefully that's going to result in a good strawberry planter. Oh my god, it's gonna be so nice when this is done. I'm gonna have so much. Look at these little tails. Put them off. I'm gonna have so much that I'm gonna have jam, fruit leather, you name it, I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be incredibly exciting. Fresh eating strawberries. To be fair, I've eaten like 5 strawberries since I've been down here. These are Cambridge favourites, I don't know if I said. They feel like they're ever bearing, but I do have to look up. I feel like literally we are in strawberries until the frost. But then look how many strawberries we've got. And now I'm going to do a couple on top. Every space that I have is going to be filled with strawberries. They look like they're half dead, but I promise you they do perk up. Do 2 more. One there. And one on the other side. Look amazing, look at that. Need a good watering. I know that you've seen me put a load of tomatoes over the allotment. We're going to sow some more tomatoes here at home, so let's get started. So what I've got along the bottom is some of the wood chips from my duck run. This is going to make loads of great manure, so put that down. It is cold composting, so you can use it straight away on your plants, which is great. I wouldn't use it on things like lettuce because, well, it's a bit grim, but for tomatoes where they grow up away, there's no problem with it. So this is a great way of growing in a super small area, because we're going to be going up a trellis, making the hole as deep as we can. And then I'm going to be just squishing up from the bottom tomato plant, and I'm going to be putting it as deep as possible and then putting the manure around it. Really super careful not to tread on my sweet corn, and then about a foot away. I'm just going as deep as we can go. It's probably a foot of manure on this bed. Pushing it all the way down and covering it up everywhere along the stem. Hello, Bailey. I know, I love you too. Everywhere along the stem is a potential root node. Sticky now. I don't know how many I'm going to get in, but this is a good guarantee for blight. Bailey. So hopefully they'll grow really well, and they're like my little guarantee against blight. Blight is really common down the allotment, so here we're in a home garden setting. It should be better than, say, for example, over the allotment. So fingers crossed, if I do get blight down the allotment, which I hope I don't, which means I hope you don't as well, then I do have these ones here at home, and blight is just less likely to happen in a place that there's less tomatoes, so that'll be good. So the next thing I really want to do this morning is plant out my sunflowers. I've got some sunflowers, they need to go out, so yeah, let's do that. These are red sunflowers, and I'm just going to put them alongside where either the sweet corn has failed, or I've got a little row here that I can do. Ow! I think I need a skin graft on my leg.